So once we make the soundtrack and we send that to you, it's time for you to record your vocal. Your vocal is the most important part of the whole thing. You want it to sound awesome because that's what people are going to be listening to. So there's three ways to get us your vocal. One way, of course, is you can come to Tunedesigner, make the trip here. We'd love to have you at our studio. We'll take care of you. The other two options are going and finding a studio near you that you can take that soundtrack to and record your vocal. And most of our clients do that. What you need to do is tell the engineer there that we need a raw vocal file. And the type of file, it's a 24-bit 48K WAV file. And we just want to have one take, your best take. Don't send us a whole bunch of takes where we don't know what to use. We'd like to just have one take, raw, with no effects, no reverb, no EQ, or anything like that. So we can do all that for you here when we get that vocal file. You want to make sure it's not distorted. And you just want to make sure it sounds good, even though you're going to a studio. You just need to make sure you're sending us something that is going to be great. But there's a lot of stuff we can do on our end after we get that. The other thing is you want to make sure that your file starts at 0, because when we get it, we want it to line up with our session. And so tell the engineer there, hey, I need a 24-bit 48K WAV file from 0, raw, and that's exactly what we need. So that's a great way to get your vocal recorded if you don't have a home studio. Now, if you have a home studio and you want to record your vocal, I'm going to tell you just a couple of big things. There's a lot to recording a great vocal, but I'm going to talk about just a few big things, okay? Number one, you got to make sure it's not distorted. Don't record it too loud because we can't fix distortion. Number two is you want to make sure your room sounds pretty good. And I'm going to show you something that we love to recommend. It's a room filter that goes around the microphone so it sounds really dry and you're not dealing with a bunch of room echo. And if you don't have one of these, it's a really good investment for a home studio. The same thing applies to what I just talked about, the 24-bit WAV file, 48K. That's what we want from you. And when we get a vocal and we listen to it, if we feel like, it needs to be better, it needs to sound better, we'll just tell you, hey, I think you need to try this again. Because, like I said, it's the most important part of the whole process is